For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Biafra may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children IPOB to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, Almighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if Elohim can deliver Israel, so will he deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world. And I ask for Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Biafra may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, Almighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know Thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of Your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon Your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will You deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by Thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to Your will, that Your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech Thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon Your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor Your holy name. We have come to praise Thee. We have come to honor Thee, that Your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. He said, I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world. And I ask, for Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Biafra may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without Him. O Elohim, unto Thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow Your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, Almighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know Thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of Your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. He said, I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world. And I ask for Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that IPOB may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children IPOB to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, Almighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Called Ejima, whom the Imo State government paraded today with Hope Uzodimma. I want every one of you to listen very, very attentively. The question I want you to ask, why will Hope Uzodimma stood on today's own with somebody they called Ejima? That is the question, everybody, because the name of Chinasa Nworu was asked to be mentioned. One thing is this, let us understand the game. The Ejima that they showed today, I want everybody to ask a question. Who is the guy behind him? Why is it that they refuse the guy behind him to talk? This is IPOB. This is the indigenous people of Biafra. Our intelligence unit is second to none. You cannot doubt us. And as I am saying this thing, I want the DSS, I want Hope Uzodimma to listen very well this night. All their games are rubbish. All these games are all rubbish. Let me give you people a little background about whom they are doing what they are doing. Ask Hope Uzodimma, do you know Ejima? Do Hope Uzodimma, the DSS, do you people know Ejima? And in case you don't know, Ejima is a nephew to Hope Uzodimma. Ejima is a nephew to Hope Uzodimma. The mother of Hope Uzodimma and the mother of Ejima is from the same clan. The same clan or kindred. The mother and the mother of Hope Uzodimma, they are from the same family. Ejima has been working with Hope Uzodimma for many years. Ejima, the guy you people saw, they televised this evening. Ejima has been working with Hope Uzodimma for a very long time, when Hope was a senator. When he is the rainmaker for Hope Uzodimma, he is his hitman for Hope Uzodimma. When Hope Uzodimma went into as a governor, they have a small disagreement. Hope Uzodimma started looking for him. He started fighting Hope Uzodimma. When he's fighting Hope Uzodimma, he started running because Hope wanted to catch him. He tried to run and find somewhere to take a cover. But because IPOB, we are smart with the people he's communicating with. He told them that he needs a refuge in IPOB, that Hope want to kill him. Hope Uzodimma started looking for him. He started fighting Hope Uzodimma. During the time, that is during the time when they said there was no seat at home, people were stealing and attacking. These are all the people. Hope. I told you people many times, these are political people. What they are doing in Olu. I have said this thing on many occasions. Olu, I have said it on many occasions. On the process, that Ejima, why you hear they call him Ejima? Because they are twin brothers.
Hello. Mazi.
Around 5 months or 6 months ago, I am not very sure, I got the information that Hope was asking him to come and take amnesty. He refused. Hope now went and arrested his twin brother. And they have been holding his twin brother for more than 5 months or 6 months ago. Since they are holding his twin brother, ask anybody who is listening to me, people in Olo, they know what I am saying. They are holding, I don't want to call somebody's name. The local government chairman, he has been using to negotiate with this guy. The guy was telling them, if you touch me, I am now with IPOB, and I'm with ESN, I am with people. This is what he has been using, deceiving them. Ejima is not an ESN commander. Ask anybody, any IPOB family, there is no ESN commander he is. If you are ESN commander, when they brought his information, I told them for you to be a ESN commander, you will go undertake a training and you will take oaths, which he refused. Then we got information they are using him trying to penetrate IPOB. They are using him trying to penetrate ESN. We got every information. All of a sudden, he said he will go and surrender. What if we don't want to accept him in ESN? He will go to surrender to Hope. This is when he realized that how he said Hope is his senior brother. He will only, if we don't accept him, he will return back to him. The people he sent these messages, they are alive. That he will return back, and he come again, that Hope asked that he's going to give him 50 million to release his brother, that he must come and join his government and start fighting IPOB. He told him, Hope is your brother. If you want to go and join him, these messages are coming from top, though you can go and join him. He threatened the leadership. I will do this. If you people don't take me, I return to Hope. They said he even said they called him DSS director, called him and told him he will give him 50 million so that he will leave for everything he's doing and work with them and release his brother. This is somebody, all of a sudden, we have got information, he have sealed the deal with Hope Uzodimma for an amnesty. I don't want to talk too much. Now, look at him. Look at the person they caught. I want everybody to ask Hope Uzodimma, where did you catch that Ejima? Where? Because there is no single wound on his body. There is nothing, a tamper on his body. Unlike the Nigerian military or the Nigerian security. No scratch. Looking, no. The guy sitting with him is his twin brother they caught since 6 months ago. They asked him, if you come and surrender, we will give you amnesty. We will remove you from any blacklist. If you want, you travel outside. After you come back, you start working with, because he has been working with Hope. He made one mention, he said to somebody that Hope will not do him anything, that he have a blood relation. He's a blood relation to Hope, that Hope cannot touch him. If anybody hearing what I am saying, people can come on radio and testify. Because he's going to take amnesty. They told him we need to bring here, because they know it, our door is, we lock our doors like 7 keys. You can't penetrate IPOB. You cannot penetrate IPOB or ESN by all this kangaroo arrangement. Since they have failed, they told them to go and call Chinasamoru's name. Like you saw what Hope is saying. They will give them order that they are coming there. He's running to Abuja to tell them, oh, I have got a... You did not get anybody. What I am saying is very clear. We have a lot of evidence. Even the people, when he said that we refuse, that he will never be, because he refused to take oath. This is what you have come this evening, because you have given Ejima amnesty with his brother. The brother, you are holding the brother for more than 6 months, and you ask him to surrender so that you will leave his brother. And he have sealed the deal with the local government chairman and return to you. Anybody can come and say, most of them were using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now it is Chinasamoru they want to use.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Called Ejima, whom the Imo State government paraded today with Hope Uzodimma. I want every one of you to listen very, very attentively. The question I want you to ask, why will Hope Uzodimma stood on today's own with somebody they called Ejima? That is the question, everybody, because the name of Chinasamoru was asked to be mentioned. One thing is this, let us understand the game. The Ejima that they showed today, I want everybody to ask a question. Who is the guy behind him? Why is it that they refuse the guy behind him to talk? This is IPOB. This is the indigenous people of Biafra. Our intelligence unit is second to none. You cannot doubt us. And as I am saying this thing, I want the DSS, I want Hope Uzodinma to listen very well this night. All their games are rubbish. All these games are all rubbish. Let me give you people a little background about whom they are doing what they are doing. Ask Hope Uzodinma, do you know Ejima? Do Hope Uzodinma, the DSS, do you people know Ejima? And in case you don't know, Ejima is a nephew to Hope Uzodinma. Ejima is a nephew to Hope Uzodinma. The mother of Hope Uzodinma and the mother of Ejima is from the same clan. The same clan or kindred. The mother and the mother of Hope Uzodinma, they are from the same family. Ejima has been working with Hope Uzodinma for many years. Ejima, the guy you people saw, they televised this evening. Ejima has been working with Hope Uzodinma for a very long time, when Hope was a senator. When he is the rainmaker for Hope Uzodinma, he is his hitman for Hope Uzodinma. When Hope Uzodinma went into as a governor, they have a small disagreement. Hope Uzodinma started looking for him. He started fighting Hope Uzodinma. When he's fighting Hope Uzodinma, he started running because Hope wanted to catch him. He tried to run and find somewhere to take a cover. But because IPOB, we are smart with the people he's communicating with, he told them that he needs a refuge in IPOB, that Hope want to kill him. During the time, that is during the time when they said there was no seat at home, people were stealing and attacking. These are all the people, Hope. I told you people many times, these are political people, what they are doing in Olu. I have said this thing on many occasions. Olu, I have said it on many occasions. On the process, that Ejima, why you hear they call him Ejima? Because they are twin brothers. Around 5 months or 6 months ago, I am not very sure, I got the information that Hope was asking him to come and take amnesty. He refused. Hope now went and they arrested his twin brother. And they have been holding his twin brother for more than 5 months or 6 months ago. Since they are holding his twin brother, ask anybody who is listening to me, people in Olo, they know what I am saying. They are holding, I don't want to call somebody's name. The local government chairman, he has been using to negotiate with this guy. The guy was telling them, if you touch me, I am now with IPOB, and I'm with ESN, I am with people. This is what he has been using, deceiving them. Ejima is not an ESN commander. Ask anybody, any IPOB family, there is no ESN commander he is. If you are ESN commander, when they brought his information, I told them for you to be a ESN commander, you will go undertake a training and you will take oaths, which he refused. Then we got information they are using him trying to penetrate IPOB. They are using him trying to penetrate ESN. We got every information. All of a sudden, he said he will go and surrender. What if we don't want to accept him in ESN? He will go to surrender to Hope. This is when he realized that how he said Hope is his senior brother. He will only, if we don't accept him, he will return back to him. The people he sent these messages, they are alive. That we will return back, and he come again, that Hope asked that he's going to give him 50 million to release his brother, but he must come and join his government and start fighting IPOB. We told him, Hope is your brother. If you want to go and join him, these messages are coming from top, though you can go and join him. He threatened the leadership. I will do this. If you people don't take me, I return to Hope. They said he even said they called him DSS director, called him and told him he will give him 50 million so that he will leave for everything he's doing and work with them and release his brother. This is somebody, all of a sudden, we have got information, he have sealed the deal with Hope Uzodimma for an amnesty. I don't want to talk too much. Now, look at him. Look at the person they caught. I want everybody to ask Hope Uzodimma, where did you catch that Ejima? Where? Because there is no single wound on his body. There is nothing, a tamper on his body. Unlike the Nigerian military or the Nigerian security. No scratch. No. The guy sitting with him is his twin brother they caught since 6 months ago. They asked him, if you come and surrender, we will give you amnesty. We will remove you from any blacklist. If you want, you travel outside. After you come back, you start working with, because he has been working with Hope. He made one mention, he said to somebody that Hope will not do him anything, that he have a blood relation. It's a blood relation to Hope, that Hope cannot touch him. If anybody hearing what I am saying, people can come on radio and testify. Because he's going to take amnesty. They told him we need to bring here, because they know it. Our door we lock our doors like 7 keys. You can't penetrate IPOB. You cannot penetrate IPOB or ESN by all this kangaroo arrangement. Since they have failed, they told them to go and call Chinasamoru's name. Like you saw what Hope is saying. They will give them order that they are coming there. He's running to Abuja to tell them, oh, I have got a... You did not get anybody. What I am saying is very clear. We have a lot of evidence. Even the people, when he said that we refuse, that he will never be, because he refused to take oath. This is what you have come this evening, because you have given Ejima amnesty with his brother. The brother, you are holding the brother for more than 6 months, and you ask him to surrender so that you will leave his brother. And he have sealed the deal with the local government chairman and return to you. Anybody can come and say, most of them were using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now it is Chinasaworu they want to.
Biafra Alpha Power Media
Hello. Mazi, can you hear me?
Your life, go on.
Yeah. Okay, Mazi. Yeah. Good morning, good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow Biafrans. Today is 24th December 2022. We welcome you to this new wonderful edition. We thank you and we appreciate you. IPOB worldwide. I hope you guys are celebrating your Xmas. Good. But we are here to do the justice, to put the record straight. For we have no time for holiday because we have job to do. That's why we are here today, to pass the message to IPOB and to Biafrans worldwide. We are putting the issue straight. Today we are going to talk about 2 things. Today we're going to talk about Mazi Ezumezu and Mazi Chinasamoru's. But before then, we have to introduce ourselves. My name is Mazi Ezumezu. Mazi, please, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Mazi. Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom around the world, my name is Mazi Umeh. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the principal servants here in UK. Thank you, Mazi.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to let people know that we are using a new system, so we going through a lot of technical difficulties, but we're trying to get through this. Thank you very much.
Yeah. IPOB wants family. IPOB wants family. Want family. IPOB. Yeah. Mazi, let me wish you, when people send me a message, I will wish me Merry Christmas, I respond to them, Merry Mazi Nandekano. That's how I yeah, I said, tell them Merry Mazi Nandekano. So that's where I'm celebrating my own,
Yeah.
Because I don't know about Christmas, but I wish those who celebrate it all fine. But I'm celebrating my leader, Mazi Nandekano. So, Mazi, we are going to start off with a clip from a caller that called Mazi Chinasanwolu. No, and it is very important we play the clip from the background, because what we are doing here is justice. And in our program we don't have time to sag or time for gossip. Anything we preach here, anything we say here is nothing but the truth, because we take their words and present it to Biafrans. So that's what we are doing. And why we are here, that our leader message must be implemented. Our code of conduct must be respect and obey. That is the reason why we are shouting all this while. We must obey our code of conduct, and our leader's message must implement, no matter who. But the Stefan Ejiofor said the other time that one thing you will do, that you must respect our leader's message, no matter whoever that is concerned. It was Mayor, even by Stefan Ejiofor. So, Mazi, without not wasting our time, let me go to the phone conversation with the guy. Please. Yeah.
Go on, it's okay now. It's okay now. Yes, go on, it's okay.
My name is Emi Prince. Unfortunately, you said that I should make it. I have a lot of things to say, but let me just read it. I just called this night because of somebody that made a call this night. Something I have to say now, I'm not be palatable to some people. But
Mazi, can you remove Mazi? Your voice is not good. Before it was good. Whether you are using your phone, please remove it, or you remove it from microphone, please. Go on.
I want to say, there's I reserve one question, but after I've said it, I will ask you that question. There's a lady that called tonight, from Italy. I'm calling from Italy. It's called Chidimma. It's a Sardinia coordinator. She said something begging people, Igbo people, to come back to IPOB. I want to be honest with you people that the problem in IPOB in Italy is not because of autopilots. It is because of the leadership in Italy. I want to say it over now so that everybody will hear it. The leadership in Italy was mismanaging IPOB. I was a coordinator of Gistana de Latina unit, where I was removed. I'm not the only one. He sacked 4 coordinators. And under our code of conduct, subsection B give the right to remove a coordinator by presenting irrefutable evidence to the leadership, not to the national coordinator. To the leadership, present that irrefutable evidence what that person has done wrong to remove him. I'm not worried because I'm not coordinator anymore. But the consequences is what that lady is complaining right now. If not that autopilot come, what happened in Italy would have happened. It looks as if it's because of autopilot. No. This guy, national coordinator of Italy, removes Chistana coordinator. He removed Chistana coordinator. He removed Brescia coordinator. Under what guys? And we called meeting here, which Mazi Umeh came. The matter, what they presented to them, that lady that called to bed this night was among that they presented a false information to Mazi Umeh, and the judge is matter according to what they presented. They couldn't allow me to say something. I was accused that I steal money from IPOB. I steal money from IPOB. And I have presented every payment that receipt to them and asked them to tell me where I have stealing your money. Your tankable, I'm not with your tankable. I'm not rich, but I don't take anything public. So my call, Mazi Umeh, if IPOB in Italy want to go front, national coordinator must be removed. That is my call, and it will not be palatable to some people, but he must be removed. Put somebody who is competent. Competence is not matter because of academic accomplishment. After all, my mother lead a women in my village. He didn't even go to university to lead them. And when those that wrote secretaries are there, they are more educated than her. But she lead them. What am I saying? It's not because of academic accomplishment that makes somebody to be competent or incompetent. No. It is because of the way you handle things. And I want to say it now. That is why Italy is going down. I called yesterday on Sunday on meeting in my unit. We have to 15 to 20, 30 people on every month when I was coordinator. 3 people attended the meeting yesterday. Coordinator, deputy coordinator, and the one my provost. 3 people. This thing has never happened during all the while I conducted an IPOB coordinator from 2017 to 2020. And they gave information to the leadership. They came and Mazi Umeh came. Pampered everything very low, very slow, until they get to the worst. Listen to me, Mazi Umeh. My question is that before our leader was arrested, was kidnapped by the zoo government, he make an announcement that every coordinator should sign documents to handle IPOB issue for 6 months. After that, it can be renewed based on your activities. Are you not seeing the activities of IPOB in Italy that is running down? Some people benefited from what Michael Iraya did in Italy. Bring everybody together. No, that's part of every problem that he tried to do. Those that are fighting are the ones that can take over today. And they have rubbish IPOB in Italy. If you go and check the finance of IPOB for the past 1 year and now, I don't think we are really up to 5,000 a year, as usual. Before I know how much we are getting. So what am I saying here is that because of that lady, she made that call. She was Mazi Umeh can testify that this lady, the guy made a call here, said, asked a question, Mazi Umeh, I said, why that if matter came to the table and it takes so long before they look into the matter. She called immediately and tackled me and said that should do that matter has been handled, that I'm too corny. I'm not corny. But if it's your remember that accused somebody that say accused, that person will never be pure in heart with you. He will understand as always somebody that has it because you accuse him firstly.
Mazi, can you hold on? Mazi, listen, hold on. Listen to Mazi Chinasa. Can you hear me?
Mazi, thank you so much. You know, as an IPOB member, you are. I want you to have this thing in you this evening. The issue you raise is an IPOB internal matter. I can tell you that. Within the European jurisdiction. You know, in IPOB, we have many people in the DOS. Everybody minds continents, regions, and all these things. I will tell you candidly, I cannot say what you are saying now that I will not, draw the attention of the European realm. But I can tell you, if you feel that you didn't get justice, I will advise you to take this petition to the CRC, you understand it, the Committee for Resolution. You understand me? I will advise you, because like you said, if something wrong was done to somebody, you understand me, and you feel you were being hurt, with things you didn't feel justice, it's like you go to court, High Court, you didn't go, you go to Appeal Court, from Appeal Court, you go to Supreme Court. You understand me? Until maybe you feel you can get the justice. If you feel that in this jurisdiction, because it's an European jurisdiction, but as a member of the DOS, I will advise you, if you feel that the case they gave you, or this thing, it didn't work out for you, you can step up your complaint so that you can feel at ease, you can feel justice. You go to the CRC, you understand me, Conflict Resolution Committee. In this Conflict Resolution Committee, after that, give your email address to Mazi John, you send it to me, then I will forward this up. That I want to hear you direct on this issue. But what you are saying is correct. But what I'm trying to say is not basically because of me, but I myself. Mazi, I'm coming. Onyendu, you may give Onyendu this thing. Onyendu may also try to push it to the resolution committee. I'm just saying, in case you didn't feel satisfied with what you get, okay? Send this to the CRC. There are lawyers there. There are other reputable, there are people who know the streets. They are there in that committee. Lawyers from everywhere. They will call you. They will look into it. And I'm sure you will get maybe the judgment or the things you need. They will invite you to talk. They will. I can tell you that. So I will not like us as an IPOB member. You understand what we are in. Yes, we have the code of conduct, but there are certain things also I feel we cannot solve it on radio. But I understand your point. I understand what you're saying. You feel you were not treated very well. So I can say we can disagree to agree. We can have confrontation. I will tell you something. I have been in a meeting where when I go to the meeting, people want to say, oh, these people is against the DOS, they insult the DOS, they say the DOS. I tell them, what's wrong with that? You can insult us. You understand me? You can insult us. You can say we are not doing it very good. You tell us how you want us to do it better. We accept all these things. Sometimes certain things may not go the way you want, but I'm sure by the time you go take a little further, you may get satisfied. Let me tell you, I'm not talking personally because of me. What am I saying is that my point is that when you see somebody rising up, you are doing business, for instance, and you are progressing in business, you see that every day you are multiplying. At a certain point, you see, instead of multiplying, you are declining down. Maybe you are making it coming of $10,000 or 10,000 euro yearly, and you can see after 1 year you left 8,000. You will see that you are going down. That time will tell you are not doing well at that moment. Maybe you say you have to change strategy. That's my point. I'm not talking personally because of me. Okay. When you look Italy, I know what is happening in Italy. Definitely you understand that Italy declined down in the issue of IPOB, not because of water pile, but because of the way the leadership in IPOB handle it. I'm not talking personally because of me. That is why I'm calling to into it. You people should look into it properly. If you need some evidence, I'll provide it for you properly. That's what I'm saying here. No problem, Mazi. No problem. Your concern is noted. Thank you so much. Thank you. it publicly now so that even the whole world will hear it. And the person responsible will also hear it. Because I told him all this thing, and today, this is what has happened. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Please, you go.
Yeah. Hello, Mazi.
Yeah, and there we
Yeah, Mazi. I hope you understand what the guy complained, and this is a very similar issue that's going on in South Africa, and you will notice that they mention two names. That's the same Tony Ezumike, second Osna Agban, and the guy said that the way Osna Agban handle it is not it's not good, and also Tony Ezumike. So we can see in this 12 minutes phone clip I just played, we have a lot to say about it's similar to what is going on in South Africa. So Mazi, what do you have to say about it?
Well, the fact remains that it is not something that we are not aware, and this is exactly why we are here. The reason why me and you are here is because of this same issue that's going on right now in IPOB. I've said it over time. They were smart to create. They created what they call, alibi, that were distracting our people. Anybody that said anything, they will label you autopilot or infiltrator. If you listen to Chinas and these days, he doesn't use that word often because they understood that people already know the game they are playing. Now, this same problem, we have highlighted two people. Like I said before, Austin Alban in Europe here, and CRC was the worst thing that happened to IPOB. CRC was the worst thing that happened to IPOB, and will give it to the person that has got no reputation whatsoever. It's true that when we pick up those that were available, all of us are volunteer on this struggle. But there's something we must very, very, very careful when we handle them. You can see what this our brother is saying. If there's a word that hits himself all the time, people are pointing finger in one particular place. There's something wrong there. And it's not about this autopilot saga. I've said it over time. Simon is cashing crews and he can't blame the guy. They gave the loopholes, they gave the lapses. And they did it because they want to distract the real IPOB member. And they tell everybody they say IPOB is intact. How is IPOB intact? Why you single-handedly engineering IPOB to be in this array? Because all these things is what they planned. This is an orchestrated plan. If you listen to the guy, I think someone is referring back to TRC. Who is TRC? Is same person, Zumike is heading it. The guy has gone there. The guy is telling you he's not saying it because of himself, because the guy is a coordinator. Coordinator, all of us that are being coordinator have worked in any capacity in IPOB, including Michinas and Woro. Despite today, themselves reaching themselves by getting involved in things that don't concern them. But if you are pure in this struggle, that you're not taking any penny from IPOB that you're giving in, you shouldn't be worried about a position. I'm not here because I want position. I'm here because I'm questioning their integrity, because now they have bastardized what people have died for. Our leader has been locked up in the SS dungeon, not being taken care of. There is no medical, nothing. They have got no plan for to get our leader out, all of them from A to Z. They got no plans. Last week we did program, you heard what he said. He said, Onyendu is in Russia and nobody knows. So, Chinas and Woro for telling him to go to CRC. Chinas and Woro himself is playing down because he himself, all of them are in the same boat. These are Cabals. He has got no answer to the guy. And you know what the guy is saying is true. How are you referring him back to Tony's room? Already he told you that he went to what they have done. The same thing. The problem we have in United Kingdom here started from 2016. Just like that guy said, they played down on it till the thing now become a massive issue. Onyendu came in, intervened and saw that issue. The moment Onyendu get rendition, they spring back again into United Kingdom, onto the mess we are in today. Exactly what that guy is complaining. It's not just South Africa. Not, I said all over the world, America, the same thing. This is a trend, and they have a plan. That plan is that to kill IPOB within naturally die. That's what they want IPOB to do. Because They're interfering in our finance. The money we're supposed to get, you're not getting it. Now, a lot of people are questioning where our money is going. They created all this atmosphere. We're going to play their voices where they said, Madam Nenya, they can't remove Madam Nenya. Then if you knew Madam Nenya, we're not answerable to you people. Not that she's not answerable. You guys can help meeting. He worked simultaneously with Uche that is above all of you guys. And she still had our finance. I asked this question, what is the problem? That's her department. If you want anything, you have to come down. I don't know where you guys will work in the world you guys are living. In every sector, they have managed, even if managing anybody that manages something, somebody have to pass through. They must notify them. And if it's not right with them, even me at work, sometimes I question even those that are above me. I don't really care because I'm doing my job. If you think you're above me, there's people above you. I can go above you as well, complain. So the fact remains that we must respect each other. Only to send this message again to Barrister Ejimako, mutual respect. They ignored it. And then I asked the question. They cannot give answer to any question. China's always referring the guy back to TRC that already have overruled the same thing, the value they pass. Everything they do, you know, Mazi is heartbroken. The position we find ourselves. Me and you now, we're sleepless now because we were brainstorming how we're going to get things right, send across the good message to our people. Onyendu, I saw Ejimako's tweet about Onyendu supposed to have a surgery and all that. This man, they don't care about Onyendu. They don't care about Mazi Nnamdi. We're going to play the response from Austin Albani and Nzulumike. Nzulumike, we played his voice last week. A secret audio. A man like his caliber under espionage within IPOB because he give us information. This is a security information on IPOB. He has gone for. People don't know what I'm talking about. But all these videos, all this audio, only will come out. On one journey he made for IPOB, he give it out to somebody who don't even know who that person is. Do we know who he was talking to? But that voice was recorded and given to Simon Ekpa to do what? To Malad, but today all of these things are haunting them because they are all evil. So Mazi, the truth is that the trend is anybody that's still telling you that Chike Doziem believe in IPOB or is not working against IPOB, tell that person that George Umeh said that is a capital NO. We have defended them, but as it stands today, what their job they are doing is visible to everybody, unless you be plain ignorant. That one is your own problem. But our code of conduct allows it. Because if not, tell me why Chike Doziem will start and allow even and ask Abani on the Biafra to get involved in finance. While Onyendu have specifically said our men should stay clear from our finance. From talking about our ESN fund that Madam never handle, now they get into our monthly dues. That pay the bills, even the Biafra that are coming in. That's where the money is coming. They are not paying for Radio Biafra. The direct debit, they're not paying for it. So the question is, it is not something, Mazi, it's not hidden anymore. Everybody is crying and mentioning one or two names. Chike Doziem is just there like a puppet. Yeah? The real devil. You see that guy that they call out Snabani? He come to UK here, they've been held in secret meeting for a long time. And they won't call me because they call me a cabal, but I'm not one of them. And all the meeting I attended, I have to take out something from that meeting because when you don't trust people, we're all under oath, but I knew that they don't believe in oath. Maybe they didn't take the oath, but I believe in the oath too. So the day this guy opened his mouth and said, "Oh, don't listen to anybody who come to the debate talk about finance," I turn around and look at this guy and say, "Who is this guy?" The comment this guy made in 2017 brought United Kingdom to her knee. Just like that guy from Italy said, what do market Iruanya? I think he lived there for some time. I don't know if he's still in England, United Kingdom. Probably he live in a different city or even country, maybe in Wales. I don't know where he is. I think I've seen him 1 or 2 times in meeting. You know, for those that knows him. The same thing the guy is complaining. He brings issues to them. This Simon Ekpa issue. Finland national coordinator comes to meeting. Every DOS meeting they're having, the guy will be talking. For one day, he never said anything on that meeting. Because when they go to meeting, they don't put up their camera. Nobody. That's why they don't know who is who. Now, you tell the guy, go and use his platform to raise funds. Mazi. Exactly the same thing. What happened in the UK here, the same thing. The same trend. Nothing changed, man. It's the same. So what that guy asked, and China know all these things, He don't know what to say to the guy. He referred the guy back to CRC to write petition. We're not writing petition. IPOB is a command and control structure we have. And they are turning it into as if maybe we are now government. IPOB, it is not what these people are. The way they portray it is not the way it matters, to be honest with you. If you're working for IPOB, it's a volunteer affair. Somebody remove me. It doesn't take anything away. It leaves me out of my, my schedules. But the point is, the reason why we cannot allow them to have a few days because they are not straightforward. They are not doing it for the interest of our people. They're not doing it for the sake of Onyendu. They have left why our people have died. That's why me and you are here now talking about this issue. You have got no answer, Mazi. So everything we have said, that is what the same problem. But the problem is that a lot of people don't know how to go about it, right?
Yeah. So Mazi, let me just point out a few points that I made. That Amy Christ, he said that the national coordinator have no right to remove any coordinator according to code of conduct. He said that they said before they remove any coordinator, they said you have to produce evidence to the leadership. No, before the coordinator must be removed. He said the national coordinator have no right. But we can, but we see what happened the other day where South African national coordinator come on air to announce people's name. Then and second again, Chinasa Nwolu said that in CRC said they have lawyers that can look into the case. But the issue in South Africa, only Tony Ezumezu was in a meeting. Where are other lawyers? Where are other people? Man, I don't know if you're getting my point.
Which lawyer is Chinasa Nwolu referring to?
Chinasa Nwolu said in CRC. So if the guy presents the issue in CRC, say they have other lawyers that can look into his matters. So that means not only Tony Ezumezu, they have other people that can look into the matters when you present your case to CRC. But in case of South Africa, no other person, only Tony Ezumezu. So where are other members of CRC? Where are the lawyers?
Mazi, the truth about this whole thing is that that our brother was making some point, but there's CRC is a body just like within DOS. They have different people that were part of it before, but not anymore. Majority of people that are in CRC, all of them are not there. Which lawyer is he talking about? Maybe he's referring to maybe Ezumezu or whatever. There's no lawyer. He's just lying. You know this shenanigans. Like Chinasa Nwolu have said a lot of things that he don't even know what he's talking about. Just want to sell and walk away, and because he think people is the only way for anything say people will believe it. No. Which lawyer is he talking? Which lawyer is he referring about? Who is that lawyer? Is he referring? Mention the person's name.
But Chinasa Nwolu said that there are lawyers in CLC.
There is none. I'm telling you, there is none. There's none. In IPOB, there is no judging case.
Yeah.
No.
So and again, according to the Amy Chris, he said this thing have destroyed IPOB in Italy. According to the lady that called, said nobody that's coming to the meeting anymore. If not these our brothers in Cape Town and Pretoria, they are strong, and they hold their jurisdiction so good. People are coming to the meeting. They are still the leadership of Cape Town. Those guys are doing great. The leadership in Pretoria, IPO, they are doing great. If not, what happened in Italy could have happened to them. The guy is complaining. Nobody's coming to a meeting anymore. Not because of the shenanigans these two men are playing. Tony Ezumezu and Austin Albani. And you can see Chinasa Nwolu don't know what the guy is saying is truth.
Yeah,
if I defend him to Tony Ezumezu again.
Like I said, these people, Mazi, there's a level you will do things, and at the time, it becomes evidently that now you're making mockery of yourself. The level they have degraded themselves to the level that as if listen, the majority of IPOB members that today that you see that is actually listening to this individual, you know why they are listening to them? One, some of them are very weak, gullible, and sentiment. Some of them are saying, "Oh, leave it when to come out." You ask him, why don't we just leave it till talk about Biafra till God will? Some people say leave it, God will settle it. All this whole thing is an emotional attachment. This is not why we're here. People have died for this struggle. What we found out is that these men now, they have hell bent. They are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. And it's very clear to every asunder. There's nothing to talk about. He had Chinasa Wolu's voice the other day about this issue of Ejima. We played it before we come on air. Right? All these people, when they talk, they don't even listen to themselves. You know why? Because they have soiled their hands. The spirit of Biafra have left them. Onyendu never ordered to kill anybody, if you remember. Our leader, who was really upon what was he getting to our leader? Onyendu said, the day we kill our own, Biafra will not come. I'm not saying that people, anybody that sabotage us, there's a time. In Israel, after Israel restored Jerusalem, they went back, they hunted they're still hunting, generation to generation. There's some fight you cannot fight. We are fighting to get our freedom. We're going to have some moles within us, but it don't have to be personal thing. You know, somebody disagree with you, then in order to go and kill that person. That's not the kind of Biafra I want to have.
Yeah. So Maz, listen again, you know. So let's talk a bit about this finance, you know, our HOF. You know, these men know that they cannot expel Madame Nyanya or remove Madame Nyanya. When they allow their Richard Card media warriors, they allow their Cabal boys to castigate and insult this great woman. And that brings a lot of problem in IPOB. At the end of the day, they came to Little Biafra and told their chat card worms or whatever or Kababo that they cannot do that, what they are demanding for. But why must they allow this to happen, to destroy the family so deep? Mas, do you know the other time I heard from this guy that want to, according to you, that want to travel to abroad and end up in Senegal and come back home? You know, he was saying yesterday that the enemy came to destroy IPOB first. They came to finance to destroy IPOB, and when they didn't succeed, they are now moving to China Samolu. But this is the same guy, the first guy that attacked our finance. This is the first guy that bring this thing that's happening in our family today. You know, that there was a time that I was in a program with this guy in Germany, you know, Biafra Child. But sometimes he used to bring me in, and he was talking about those people that are working for Nigeria. Did they really know that it's the same person they are working for? I tell them no, that Nigeria have a lot of agents. That you may be working, you may not know that you are working for one people. They have a lot of agents. No, but this guy have worked against IPOB. He laid the foundation. Then he didn't know that he was working for the enemy. Today, he said that they are attacking our finance. I have the audio. And maybe if you want me to play, I'll play it. Just 1 minute or 2 minutes audio. You know? So, Mazi, okay, wait.
Mazi, one. Okay, go on.
Yeah. No? So people should be very careful because we have all their record. Whatever you say, we have your record. We have it and we'll keep it for you. Okay, Mazi, let's see.
They now went into our finance. Even though the woman that is handling the finance was compromised a long time ago. The woman that was in charge of our finance was compromised. Why Mazi Namdekan was outside? There's a kind of program I will not do until Mazi is out. About that woman named Nyanya. She was compromised. Why Mazi was outside, Nyanya was compromised. And they wanted to use that woman to scatter this struggle. Because the woman at the time began to see herself as the Lord, as someone who is above every other person in this struggle. As someone who is not supposed to follow, who is not meant to follow the rules and regulations and hierarchy of offices.
Mazi.
Yeah. Just 1 minute, Mazi.
By using her, the enemies were still attacking the finance. So many of you have forgotten that somebody Elima broadcasted for like weeks, months, telling Biafrans to stop paying monetary dues. telling IPOB members to stop going to meeting. If I don't touch all these branches,
So, Mazi, you see the point I'm trying to make. This guy was the first person enemy used to attack our finance. He created this problem. This guy that's talking this nonsense now. He didn't know that enemy is using him. But today, he said they attack our finance.
Which enemy, Mazi, if I may ask? Which enemy?
Huh?
Which enemy?
He worked with Ned of Febu, Madame Oyibo, and whatever. He worked with them. They use him to attack our finance. But today, he was trying to say another different thing. And if he know that our head of finance, there is a problem even when our leader was outside, why must you go after when our leader was in the decision to start attacking our finance? Why? So this the whole team mad, say something.
You see, let me just tell you one thing. When you were playing that audio, my ears are cracking. You see that guy? If you remember, when this matter was on leash, when I start joining Mazi's AG with program, because none of all these media worms mentioned this guy's name. I was the first person that came out after this guy. People like us. I want to tell you, all these guys, you see all these ones that went to autopilot and also call autopilot and come back. All of them blocked me. I don't want to mention their name. We will pick you up before every single person in this struggle that however Miss Yan, I pick them up first. I will tell you that. Because why? That people in us is more higher. Now, there's nothing this guy is talking about. Because everything this guy did, Chikedozium know. It is not need of faith to lose this guy. They all in this together. 747,000 they ate in America. Chikedozium, none of them get their own share from that money. This guy that is talking to this guy know who Madam Nene is. Is he a principal officer? How does he know how Madam Nene behaved? If somebody was not giving him information, has he served in IPOB in any capacity before? Because he was following Onyendu, running around. He's not even one of the media warriors. Some don't never talk. Amarachi give them. All people never talk. Moses, Ebodem. These are the people that we know they are real media warriors. When Onyendu was on the ground, he was taking selfie. So all this information that you have about you see how that woman was compromised. What is the evidence of Madam Nene being compromised? Than Chikedozium. Because we have evidence about Chikedozium. The money that was Chikedozium is 747,000. All of them were aware of it. They all got their shares. Who were the account? All that account they created, the money that went to where is the money? Now they're pushing to our monthly due because they feel that they have cut down the monthly due or stifle IPOB. They think they're doing Madam Nene, but it's opposite because all of them know what they are doing. Like I said, they want IPOB to die natural death because all of them are into this together. He's not living in zoo. He's in the zoo broadcasting. Why the DSS haven't arrested him? Are you telling me they don't know where he lives? Are you telling me that DSS don't know where that guy lives in the zoo? Is that what you're trying to tell me? All these people, their hand is being shown one way or the other. If he's there talking rubbish, why is he there? We don't give people publication, but the fact is that I don't want to talk about that guy because he's irrelevant. All these people are irrelevant because where we are looking for, who gave them the information? All this information came from leadership. Who are the leadership? He had somebody reading a personal message was sent to Chikedozium. Someone was reading it verbatim. So how did they know what Madam Nene was doing? If they were not the one telling them what to go and attack Madam Nene, and today Chikedozium say, "Oh, they tell me to mention your name." They have not started mentioning your name, my brother. Blackmail, yeah, karma, the BS, and anybody that whatever you sow in this world is what you're going to reap. All of you before, you see you people. Since you people decided that our people's blood must be shared and those that have died for this struggle want to turn into something else. My brothers, you guys have not seen anything else. Go to the zoo and collect money from them. I'm not accusing anybody, like I said. I don't accuse people something I don't know. Just like you had the guy saying that Madam Nene have compromised. Like Chikedozium, I'm talking it with every certainty. If they question 747,000. It was a very damning report. Was in his table on 27th of July 2021. He knows about the money and what he said. Where is that money? Umeh account. That particular report explained that Umeh account was falsified signature. Chicken was aware of it. So who and them and Madam Nenya has been compromised. Is Chikerozem paying our direct debits? Chikerozem cannot even give Madam Nenya evidence of what the money asked. What's it done with them? He live in Germany, he live in Switzerland. Even to do tax return, all these things become issue. But somebody sitting in his own, somebody sitting on a darkness, talking about Madam Nenya, and he's telling me that these people are the people who are going to lead us.
Yeah. So Mazi, we have to go to another session now. But before then, this guy, I don't know what to say.
I think you show Madam Nenya about the audio. The reason why I want this audio to play again is because majority of people are arguing about Madam Nenya with sentiment. When this issue started, I told them, some of you are claiming that you are in IPOB, jumping up and down. You don't understand how the structure of IPOB is. That's first thing you know. When people go to work, they give you the agreement to sign. Some people don't have time to read that agreement. You don't even know what is in the agreement unless when things happen. Now you start understanding probably your rights have been taken away from you. Now, this issue of Madam Nenya, when he started, I told him that Madam Nenya is the head of finance. Chikerozem is the head of directive of state. Chukwudo Forma is head of media. That's the reason why we need to have these three heads. These people are independent, but they work simultaneously. They will have a meeting. There's issue, they will decide. There's issue for finance. Chikerozem will call meeting. Madam Nenya will be the one to deal with it, not Chikerozem. There is issue with media. Chukwudo Forma, but Chikerozem will be briefed as the head of the directive of state. But he has gone. He don't need to meddle between this because there's a gap, and all of them have a direct access to Umeh. I want to make it abundantly clear tonight again because all these things we argued for the last 12 months, now all of them now are seeing it. Now, if you listen to the voice of this man when they were talking about to Madam Nenya and listen to that guy's voice, he found out that he had what this guy said. This guy Ezumezu talked about Madam Nenya last week when we played it. If after listening to that, my brother, how do you explain? How do you want these people to describe Madam Nenya? Have that done them nothing? If Madam Nenya was not whiter than snow, 2015, the narrative was that Onyendu have eaten our defense fund, and the people that we are carrying this particular narrative was people that live in America. When Onyendu have the video here, when Onyendu went to America, America was about $2,000 something, the whole United States of America. But our leader is the spirit. He still challenge them, say, you people are the ones that are going to sponsor this struggle. And at the end of the day, they become the highest donors. Even the World Igbo Congress that even made issue to register 2015, they become involved more than any other people. Because Onyendu has something he saw. He said, I studied Igbo man for 12 years. One thing about our people, once we become honest and over time prove it, there's no argument. That's what the problem we have now. What people will have now, and that's why I always talk about Uche Monfo. If Uche Monfo could have made a mistake one day, disobey Onyendu, on because of all this time, he knows that. People like us will be the first to come after him. But he served diligently. Forget about what he has done today. That is between him and God and our oath and our leader. That's how I put it. But the fact remains that they knew. All these things they knew. You have to listen to that word and ask yourself a question. What is the purpose of them not interfering with the finance? And how they put IPOB, pushing IPOB out today? He found out that, I don't know if there's a contract they're in. Remember when Soludo said, I have that audio here. Soludo said that he's working with IPOB. Nobody knows who in IPOB they're working with. Even African rep wrote something about it. He's one supposed to be closed because he's African rep. What's happening in South Africa? African rep his name has not mentioned. You see how they are jumping ladders. And he say you command and control. How can you be command and control with you going to Africa without consulting? This will make it went to Africa without the African rep. Only to come to UK here. He never bypass us in Abani. He said it in the meeting. He said, I could have called Ukachi to compare a meeting and say, but no, I called the European rep because that is his jurisdiction. So why would this clown go to South Africa as a CRC without the African rep being involved. This is the things we are talking about here. For those who doesn't understand, because they don't know what we know, and we're not here for propaganda or whatnot. What we are here is that IPOB must be strengthened. It must be pure and be white and whiter than snow. That part our leader have said is what we want to follow, and that's where we're standing on. What that guy said from Italy, IPOB family is disarray, and majority of them don't even know what they are doing. Some people that were even paying their money in my own zone, the issues that people told me, people that were paying, we always say, George, make sure our money is going to Nyanya. And my own money have to go there because that's the account they trust. So when all this moment, people will just sit back, watch. That's what they want. And they're still doing their illegal fundraising in secretly because they say ESN. Ask them which ESN. Secretly now, fundraising has been left out, right, and center. Who knows who is doing it? Because they started it. When we blaming Simon Ekpa, it is not him. They give all this whole ground that they give because they started it first. Getting into finance without passing through Madam Nyanya. When the offer became, all of them was the same because if Chikedozian could come and tell them that, okay, now I don't have power to do Madam Nyanya, so why are you getting involved with our finance? Because they know that's the heart of IPOB. So I want to play Austin Alban in voice. When I told you Austin Alban is a whistle, he's a whistle. The guy is deadly. These are evil men. They know. Look at the way they talk about Madam Nyanya here. Listen to that idiot. That wannabe. He lives in the zoo. I talk about Biafra in the zoo. And the walking around. There's something wrong somewhere. Because at the end of the day, we will tell you that all these people, they're not pure. But I want to play this Austin Alban in voice and his Dumike.
Yeah,
let's see what they said.
Maz, give me a minute first. Give me a minute, so before you play it, I want to repeat myself for what this guy said, I want to repeat myself again. First, Mr. Man, listen to me. Since I'm referring to whoever is in a presidency listing. Since according to you say this issue have been there when our leader was outside. And our leader did not do anything before it was rendition. What gives you the power to say it when our leader was rendition? Why? According to you, I'm taking your words that this problem is there when our leader was outside. Talk is cheap. Anybody can say whatever he want to say from his house. That's how I see it. But since you know that our leader knows all those things, what give you the right to castigate our head of finance? It was Odibo Kanyauku. You are now higher than our leader. Whatever you guys said, we will use it to judge you people.
Yeah, Mazi. Let's just hear this. We want to hear their voice because, like we said, we always get them. Because as long as they have soiled their hand, they will always double. And not for bad. Not for saga.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Mazi, good evening.
Yeah, what?
Lemon, HOD and DOS member. Because only 2 questions to read. Because I'm a window web line, I need my argument about IPOB very well. So, this is not giving me an opportunity online, they are suspend the other 2 months, or no can DOS or Gene, or no can leadership of IPOB. Because whenever the people ask us this question, we don't know what to answer. So, because we want to know why she's not suspended on the air, and she's still coming to Radio Biafra to anchor a program. It's an insult to DOS and the leadership of IPOB. 1. And all these our national coordinator and zonal coordinators. And national coordinator and zonal coordinators I will hear. Every platform or any numbers I will hear now, but I will know it's now the wrong hand. Maybe I will complain. I will such platform. Maybe I will lower members. Because there are things that might be happening.
Mazi, can you introduce yourself on the
I hope you are not calling from Biafra land. No.
Yes, we finished. I'm going to make myself introduce. So, because I don't know when I'm working in such company, I'm not give member. I'm not Istanbul, Turkey. I'm no smart zone. I'm Chukuro Sonjo Kudro. So, yeah, 2 questions to Kakawara as floor members in IPO.
There we go.
The question? Okay. It seems not to be. So what are the 2 questions? So one is yeah, go ahead, Mazi. Mazi, go ahead, yeah.
Are you talking to me?
No, Mazi Abai.
Okay.
Yes, Mazi, I'm here. The question is about why Madam Nendaya is still coming to Radio Biafra to make announcement. I didn't get everything clearly, please.
Yes, that is number 1 question.
And not being suspended on air or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that issue that is left for our leader to decide on. We are not going to dismiss Madam Nendaya without the consent of our leader. So she's coming on air to make announcement. It's not the first time, but most of the time the coordinators are not being motivated from what she's saying on air. I got calls from people who are asking questions regarding some of the information that they are hearing in her announcement. So those issues are issues that our leader needs to be confronted with, because she is a member of GOS and our finance officer for that matter. Most of the time we are surprised to hear accusations that is directed to the same leadership, same GOS where she belongs, and which is not healthy for this movement. But we are all trying to preserve, we are all trying to navigate through these challenges and attacks from left, right and center. It is very unfortunate that those who are supposed to be working with us in the same line are the ones who are pulling us back. Our leader will be informed about it. He has been informed and will be informed again about it, and its decision must be taken moving forward. That's all I can say for the moment. Thank you so much.
To add to that, I don't want our people to have that impression that somehow anybody is untouchable in this very movement. Nobody is untouchable, of course. If there are some people, and nobody is special, by the way, but if there are some people handed certain sensitive assignments who, of course, are misusing the platform given to them, all to what they understand they do hold in the hand. It is unfortunate, of course. That is why Mazaban is quite right. When such cases, do come on board, what is done is to make sure that that very portfolio made available for that person to handle. The initiator of that very portfolio is informed. The leadership, I'm sure, is in touch with our leader in that very sense, because when there are some distractions of this very caliber, at the same time, when we are fighting hard to consolidate, to stabilize this very movement, to make sure that the invigilators are kept away. What we cannot need is something that is quite incendiary and destructive. and the way to go about it might be a little bit different, might be quite a little, just a little bit different. So Biafrans should hold their breath and exercise a little bit patient for the due process to take its place. Thank you, Mazi.
Yeah, well, he also asked about whether there is any number, direct number.
Hello, Mazi.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Mazi, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So, Mazi, hello, wonderful people. People have heard what Mazi Austin Abani said and Tony Zumike, that they cannot remove Madame Nenyanya. And if they knew it, why must they allow people, since all those were to bring this division in our family? Why? He said it open. Maz, do you know this guy? This guy at Chinonso? I have a clip, you know? This guy was the same guy calling. This guy have called Maz Nachi, also DOS member, and complained this issue. And if you see the way Nachi was insulted, our head of finance, I will have the video clip. You're not going to play it today. But the fact is that since these men know that they cannot do anything, that head of finance is reporting direct to our leader, just like Ezumike said in the other video clip, why must they use their jacket warrior to insult and cause confusion in our midst? Why?
Mazi, that's a $1 million question, but the answer is very simple. This is the plan from onset for them to get into our finance and destabilize IPOB within. There's no two questions about it. They know the truth. Austin Abani that is talking this nonsense, coordinators are calling that the motivation. He's looking for motivation. IPOB is not, we're not motivating anybody. People has been motivated before you join IPOB. That's one problem I have with that guy. I said the comment this guy, the word he used in 2017, the then coordinator for London here, the guy become emboldened. You know, it's this kind of people that is very sleepy people, very cunning man. You know, all the things I don't know how, because Chikerezian was the European rep. I think when he moved to DOS, he gave him that position because he's his brother. They're all brothers. The guy has got nothing to offer. Austin Albany have not done anything for Europe. The last time I checked, everything was zero. The issue in UK here lingered for 5 years. He couldn't make any move because he's romancing people. You listen, when Madam Nene come to the to announce, if you're not paying, Madam Nene will say, coordinators are complaining because you are the one heading with the coordinators. You are telling them not to pay the money. This is what he told us. He called meeting. He started with Umeh Mazi school. From Umeh Mazi school now, he enter into our main, heart of IPO, which is our monthly due. Now we'll pay the bill of our people, all our direct debits. That's where the money is coming from. You guys went into that. It started from when you guys want money, our official account in America, because you guys know that our ESN official account, after you people stole the 747,000 in former ESN account, will have the document, created the falsified Umeh account, stole the money that was in that. You guys are not satisfied. Then you guys come back now, they will approve, which is LLC account. Now, what you told us was that when you guys want money, Madam Nene does not have access to that account. You only view what's happening in the account, because those people are in finance, they are under Madam Nene, and they follow our code of conduct by reporting to Madam Nene, not like what he did in the United Kingdom. Can you imagine, after our first ESM fundraising here, Chikerezian ordered the UK National Financial Secretary to move £10,000 into Umeh account that he already stopped people not to pay money into. Tell you that they know everything that we are doing, Mazi. They know everything. All these things is what it is not something that anybody is someone said, oh, these guys are 110% aware of what is happening within IPOB. They planned everything. Because Chikedozium told our former US National Financial Secretary that whatever Madam Oyibo says that he have taken over from Onyendu. It is in black and white paper. That's what I'm telling him. Any day I hear any of them talk, we kept that particular document for a very good day for them. That is will be the struck for every IPOB member. Because you know, some people have documents, they don't even know the value of the report. Because I've sent to some people here. Because they will read it, they don't understand what's happening. But the day we will unveil it, what Chikedozium involvement or Chikedozium in that seminar for 7,000. After that, they tell Chikedozium that Umwe account was falsified. Chikedozium ignored it, allowed it to that account to be opened. And at the end of the day, nobody knows how we're talking about 747. Only you talked about our people who know our money in America. To tell you, they know what they were doing. Mazi, George Umeh, I sat down and watched these people for a very long time. This man, Austin Abban, you see now, saying, Madam Nenya, some coordinators. Because what he do, he goes around calling people individual. My deputy here, they called her, offered her, the lady said no. She said no. Because everybody was, all of us were in agreement. Some of them today were saying, oh, George, I said, money will be sent to allocated account. And once I don't have money, send that money, I copied all of them in email because things we do is very transparent. I'll build a foundation in my zone. Some of them that were around me before, things they learned from me, they're doing, but still, there's nothing happening there. Because at the end of the day, they have sold their hands. So he knew all these things. The question you be asking, therefore to ask him, since you guys knew that Madam Nenya has that particular position being given to Onyendu, and if you want, I said it before, I said, I'm not questioning that Madam Nenya cannot be audited. If you want to audit Madam Nenya, go through Onyendu and make that like somebody say they find someone to CRC. Why are you forcing something you know is not going to happen? So what is your mission? Now you have demoralized a lot of people. That's the fact of life. People now don't believe in whatever they said. So people are just floating. And that is what they wanted. But people like us who said no. Mazi can say 100 men and women with clean hearts. So Mazi, it is very, very important. And our Biafrans need to open their eyes. This is not about sentiment about, we don't want the IPOB is not going to destroy because IPOB was a merge, was something that was defined. No man can bring IPOB down. But what we must be very, very vigilant about to fight those that have come to destroy IPOB within. You remember, Onyendu said one thing. I will remind Biafrans again tonight. Those are going to watch this or watching us. Go and watch The Enemy at the Gate. Onyendu said it, I think, 2 months later before this problem, before he went in the edition. He said, because Onyendu know that the enemy we have within is more vast than the one we have outside. Nobody will come to your house and attack you if there's someone in your house who is not giving them information. It's a common sense. Whatever happened to us is people within. But we know we have to pass these hurdles before we get to where we're going. But as we are seeing them, we need to understand we are identifying them. We know who they are. Forget about position. It doesn't really matter anymore. Because what they have come out of them and what they're doing. You heard what he said, some coordinators. Because the cabal have bailed. Now, coordinators now are the one collecting money. Yeah, okay, for them on their last jamboree in the Biafra. That they should be paying to coordinators. Coordinators now, that is now code of conduct, only have said it over time, including him, Chikedozium, have got no business. I've said it, I will keep on saying it. Chikedozium have got no business with IPOB fund. He's just a clerk to Onyendu to pass information. I'm not saying that he can't be in the meeting when Nenya or Uchemofo was deputy. Uchemofo never getting involved. So who is Chikedozium? I've said it before. So if Uchemofo have to call Madam Nenya in everything that concerns finance, why would Chikedozium now being referring Madam Nenya or try to bring somebody else to run finance or try to override Madam Nenya? You know there's something wrong somewhere, Mazi. So it's very, very imperative because issue of Madam Nenya, we can't stop talking about it because that's the heart of IPOB.
Yeah,
that is the heart of IPOB.
Yeah. Mazi, when Mazi Takano used the word criminals people like me are not happy, are not comfortable with that word, criminals. That was one of my video. I said that I don't like that word, you know. But for the matter, let's be fat here, you know. But if you look that word Mazi can use, then it's justifiable. Now, if you use that word, that criminals you use, it's justifiable. Mazi, let's ask ourselves, how about Umeh account? Remember, Kantakan came on air and said, this account is forged, that Onyendu never support this account. Remember, Kantakano tweeted, said that this account is not from our leader Mazi Nandekano. But all of us, we didn't believe him. But today, where is Umeh account? All the millions, all the money went to that account. Chike Doziem cannot tell IPOB about that money. So that's why I said that word Mazi can use there. It's justifiable. You know me, you know, I have no reason to lie or to, why must I lie? At my age, it's impossible.
Mazi, the message that is on appearing on the screen is from Madam Nenya, and you know we are using a different system, so it didn't really tell you who is the message, but I can see it from because I can see the message. He said their main problem is my loyalty to Onyendu, and this is the same problem Uchemofo had. Uchemofo problem, because I will tell you, see this man, yeah, all of them fought Uchemofo. Some people don't know what Uchemofo went through. You know, we are talking this now because Uchemofo is not there. Uchemofo was that contributor that stand against them. That was the brick that defeated all of them. The loyalty of Uchemofo was, you know, like my brother. I know why I mentioned that guy's name because I can tell you. You know, when someone, you want to know who you trust is when something happened. The Uchemofo was handling issue. Even sometimes he make mistake, leave his mic open, just like as we are doing now. A technical issue on broadcast is not easy. The whole world will be listening to him. From faith, the way Uchemofo carry himself with the Onyendu issues. I know when Uchemofo, I know somebody that from the zoo, what they give, they offer this Uchemofo you seen. Uchemofo tell him to hell with all of you. His problem he had with them was his loyalty to our, just like Madam Nenya today, standing alone. Today, Uchemofo was that same cornerstone and make IPOB what IPOB is today. Because anybody that will see somewhere that said Uchemofo did this to you, Uchemofo did that to you, look yourself in the mirror. What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Tell me what you are doing now. If you want to question Uchemofo, 2015 to 2019, IPOB, yeah, IPOB was intact. Onyendu 27, Onyendu from 2015 to 2017, Onyendu came out. 17, they attacked Afari Quebec on 14th of September 2017. 13 months, we don't know where Onyendu is. IPOB was intact. Everything was intact. We were campaigning vigorously with one voice. 2 months, under 1 month, Chike Doziem turn IPOB into something nobody can explain it. Only God in heaven will explain it. Overnight. But that's what their plans are. Just like that, one of our brothers from you know, we're going to play their voice on Sunday tomorrow. All their voice, we're going to play it and replay it again. That program is going to be massive, you know. So we hope that our system will be okay by then, so we don't have more issues. That we should go back when someone made a reference that IPOB will die a natural death, and that's exactly what they are working. That's their main agenda. Soludo say he's working with IPOB. Who is this IPOB members that are working with? We don't know who these people are. We don't know who they are. But somebody must answer to that question. You know, so all these things, Mazi, is where our problem is. Madam Nenya say their main problem is that his loyalty to Onyendu. She done nothing to any of them. You can see the way they're describing her, and he had the way the guy that were traveling in the Gambia that end up in nowhere talked about Madam Nenya. It is what they told them. I can't speak about Albani. The way I'm talking about him, I have personal encounter with Albani. Chikeredoziem, I have personal encounter with Albani. I've been in meeting with him like about 2 times and emails. I can talk about them because I have worked alongside them. These people that are talking, all these media warrior worms, none of them have worked as you have not worked, because anybody that, if you ever been a member or work under IPOB, you're a DOS member automatically because you are a principal officer. You are under the US. That's the body that go on IPOB. Anybody that have worked for IPOB is under the US. So this is something people don't know. That is the administration, level of IPOB, that everybody that have worked for IPOB, you work under the US. So automatically that makes you a DOS. But we have top hierarchy, doesn't make that indivisible, my brother. So when you listen to them and what they say with their own mouth and the way they talk about their own colleague, then you think about Ejimako came out and wrote and talk about the mutual respect. And when this mutual respect came out, that tweet, I picked it up. I said, these people are always speak in riddles. But the problem is that the people you're talking to, they've already made up their mind, because all of them believe Mazi Nankan will not make it alive. My brother, you can't convince me anything. The words speak louder than, actions speak louder than words. What you do is what I'm taking, not what you say to me. Because people can say one thing and be doing another. I want to see what you're doing and how you're doing it. How are you carrying IPOB? Are you implementing what Onyenu have said that Onyenu will implement? Single mistake you guys made on sit at home, Biafra land have turned into, our place now is going to turn into Somali. One mistake you guys made, and you haven't learned anything from it. Maybe Parara may come on Radio Biafra and be calling people's name and be talking all kind of rubbish. What happened in South Africa? The same thing the guy from Italy is complaining. So, Mazi, the major thing is this, that these people, so far as I live, you are talking about Kanu Takano calling them criminals or whatever. Kanu Takano is being fair to them. Because Kanu Takano is a gentleman, to be honest with you. And I don't know the kind of God that made those family, to be honest with you, Mazi. Like I said, they are a gift to us. It depends on how you want to see it. For me, I see them as a gift. Because I said it, no family will be in this unison to pursue one cause. I haven't seen that before. Even the story they told us in Bible about Yahushua, if you watch when they caught him, his mother and his brother James, all of them were hiding. They weren't hiding. None of Onyenu's family member have ever hide away. Even their cousins, everybody was involved in this particular journey we are in. One of his cousins was killed on that 14th of September. And somebody will come and tell you that IPOB is not a family business. How many of your direct family members have you lost in cause of IPOB? How many of them do we know? It's very, very important, Mazi. So, Mazi, this program today, you know that we have technical issue, but it is a must that we must come on air today to speak to our people. And tomorrow is going to be huge. The Pretoria, as you know, you bringing them in tomorrow, and I think as well with the Western Cape, right? So it's going to be huge because we have to lay it to bear, and the Biafrans know what is happening within. This program is only to educate Biafrans and to those people that have given the hem of affair of IPOB to do their jobs without sentiment or any prejudice. IPOB, we are white and whiter than snow, and we must always stay like that. That's not in case anybody want to tell me. I don't want to add. I don't want to minus or subtract in when it comes to our pureness in IPOB. It has to be absolute. You can't question. The pedigree of our purity as Onyenu have set IPOB, and people must understand that. That is why we don't talk behind closed doors, especially when it has to do with evil. But if something that will benefit the cause of this struggle, then it's welcomed. Because everything we do in the past, it was also being handled. We handle it within the family. We don't come out on social media. You're talking about, look at how Albani was describing Madam Nenyanya. Now, after she talk, it is not motivating coordinators. What kind of motivation? She's not a motivator speaker. She's worked for IPOB. She come and tell you if you're not paying as a coordinator should not get involved with finance. But you, the one under engineering them to do that. Directing subordination. Grossly one. None of these men are supposed to work. You see, listen, my brother. Tony Zumike, Austin Abani, Chikeredoziem, These people don't supposed to be talking anything about IPOB. As a star, including Chinas and all of them put together. And all of them, what they have done in IPOB, they don't support. I said, oh, this guy, Omiomio, was one single disobedient from Onyendu. Omiomio gone. And all of them know their position. But that is why they're doing what they're doing. And they think that Onyendu will not come out. But what betide them? Like I said to them on 2015, Mazi Nnamdi will come out alive and stronger. And Biafra is going to be restored because our people have decided they want Biafra to be restored. So people are, that cry of our brother from Italy is what everybody is crying. There is no infiltrator in IPOB than Chikedozium and his cohorts. There is no autopilot than Chikedozium and his cohorts. Put me anywhere. They created this narrative to distract the real IPOB member, to stop asking questions. Because other people call, oh, George, what I'm hearing, I don't like it. Yeah, but average Igbo man, sentimental, acumen that have kept us into perpetual slavery into all of our life. I don't want to be part of it. It's either we'll go for what we want or everybody go home. If you want God to give us Biafra, stop talking about it. As long as we want to restore Biafra, yeah, and people have given their life and our leader has been locked off now for over how many months, going to 2 years now, then I don't want you to come behind and say something that you know is not true. Blackmailing is what has brought a lot of people today. China Samuel today is defending himself. He is one defending himself, not me. Yeah? But at the end of the day, that is what evil people do. Whatever you do is what is going to come after you on a due time. So that's what I have to tell them, Mazi, because at the end of the day, whatever they have done, themselves will get a bit of it, Mazi. You know? Omit yourself.
Yeah. Sorry, Biafrans, So Mazi, you have to start rolling down now. So let's go to our final topic about the first video clip we play about the guy called Ejima.
Yeah.
That was trending, So Mazi, in that topic about that guy called Ejima, there's two things I would like to talk about it in that video clip. One, you cannot blackmail or lie against people in order to justify you not carrying out our leader's order.
No.
You cannot lie, blackmail people, lie against people just to justify for you not to carry our leader's order. Second was the guy Ejima mentioned about Ebibagu. We know that Ebibagu is enemy of Biafra. We know what they have done in Biafra land. We know the killings they have done in Biafra land. But first, Mazi, I would like us to go on the lie, blackmail. Mazi, there is a video clip. Well, no, we don't. I think we don't have to play it now. It's very long. We don't have to play it now. That Mazi Chinasa Sanwo-Olu came on air saying that Onyendu give instruction to add some people in DOS. And he went ahead also and said that those people Onyendu asked into DOS member, that their names are in DSS dungeon. That has it been that their name was added, now what will have happened to IPOB? Today, Mazi Chinasa Sanwo-Olu, your name will be announced. Public. This is public. Everybody saw it. Have been announced. You see, I always tell people, this Biafra struggle have a two coins. The face of physical aspect of it, and another side the spiritual aspect of it. When our leader says something, do it. It doesn't matter what he has to confirm that this instruction is it from our leader. When he says something, do it. It's a guide if it's beneficial to you or not. But once it's from our leader, you must implement his order. You lie. You blackmail those people, saying their name is Adia. That's why they cannot be a member of DOS. When Onion come out, Onion should do it by himself. How dare you? Who give you that power? How dare you to challenge our leader's order? You see, today, that's why I say, when Onion says something and you disobey our leader's order, there is a repercussion that comes after it. Because what Onion just sit down and see, when you climb Iloko, you cannot see it. Today, your name has been mentioned. So what do you have to tell us about that? About it, Chinas Sanwo-Olu? Mazi, I want you to know, to dive into this topic. What do you have to say?
Well, thank you, my brother. That was like our intro, as we're still managing to do our technical works. Because Onyendu said that Onyendu said he preferred the organic ones. Yeah, organic. Now, like I said, when you live in a grass house, as you know you live there, don't ever throw a stone. And this is not IPOB. IPOB don't do saga. We don't do blackmail. We don't go on offensive. We don't go on defensive. We always go on offensive because our hands are clean. That's what I learned from our leader. That we ever come triumphant in everything we have confronted is because IPOB was pure. We never indulge in any criminality or any showing our hand or killing anybody or blackmailing each other. You're talking about the people they asked to them to put to add up in DOS. Who was the first person that came out on Radio Biafra to blackmail Canon Takano? Do you know who that person is? Do you know?
That was Mazi Chinas Sanwo-Olu.
It was blunted blackmailing. They came there and said that they called him, telling Biafrans the conversation. They want to exonerate themselves that Canon Takano know what happened to Onyendu. It's what Chinas Sanwo-Olu. Go back to that particular point. That's what I have to say. I don't want to start jumping into issues. But you see, Chinas Sanwo-Olu have just given an open conversation. He give open confession. That audio, I want to tell Chinas Sanwo-Olu, even though the government tomorrow want to go after him, that tape alone is an evidence against him. Because they give a lot of information about this particular person that has been pointed finger on him. It is not like he didn't know the guy, he know who the guy was. But what I'm trying to say tonight is that since Chinas Sanwo-Olu used Radio Biafra now to blackmail people, he said his name was asked to mention. So he knew that people's name can be asked to mention to intimidate them. Chikedozium bragged the day he was mentioning my name that anybody they caught that will mention your name on Radio Biafra. And I looked at him. I said, for you to open your gutter and use that word on people that is pure, my name is going to be the last name you mention on Radio Biafra going forward. My name, because you people cannot mention them again. Even the charade you guys did in South Africa, that's how miserable and shameful you men are. In front of you, CRC, so-called CRC and Deputy Secretary of State, somebody was making an announcement. Who gave him the right? Who gave him the mandate? Where did he drive it from? This is what you people have reduced yourself to nothing. To nothing. Because if you are following the due process and command and control of Onyendu gave order. National coordinator can remove a principal officer under them. Because national coordinator, let me say it here to every sundry to hear. National coordinator can remove a coordinator or any member in country of their domicile under Onyendu's instructions. Or issue arise like this CRC, and when you pass CRC, you go to Onyendu. Issue of South Africa is above CRC. All this issue that is above CRC because they have been compromised. Onyendu gave order in UK here, the former Southeast Regional Coordinator and Coordinator of Forest Gate to be removed on air. Onyendu used the word go on air and announce. He gave the National Coordinator the mandate to do that through the communique. The communique came. Chikedozium and Abani sat on it. Tell the National Coordinator, please let's leave him for him to resign because he is a veteran. That is in direct insubordination. Grossly want Onyendu. That is where all this whole thing started. Everything they parted at the back. That is not IPOB. If I found wanted, you see me, George, I won't talk. I walk away. And continue paying my due like I'm still contributing my own quota as I am doing now. But Mazi, China Sanworu, Chike Dozem, Austin Aban, even here in United Kingdom, some of them, if you remember the time they mentioned Jocelyn's name in that useless guy, whatever. It was one of the so-called deputy national coordinator in UK here. He came. I have his audio. The same thing they said our national coordinator did for Umeh Mazi Ezumezu's program. The guy did the same thing. They don't know that anything they do will have record for it. I have him talking, saying things about the issue that was on ground. I have it. I have the record. Like we'll cut that, keep it for them for a very rainy day. Because it's your word. Our national coordinator called in to talk in Ezumezu. That is one thing they said that she did. Commenting about the woman that removed our leader's name and not followed up. The woman was completely under insubordination. She doesn't listen to anybody here. You don't come to meeting. She do whatever they want to do. Whenever you talk, you say, "Oh, HND gave me an assignment." That is the cabal we're talking about here. So China Sanworu, if you, like I said, for me, you are the only impostor that I know. And I want even the zoo or anybody to know. Nobody made me an ESN commander. I say this all the time. I don't have time for all these people. I have defended that guy. I don't know who he is. I believe in the structure of IPOB, not individual. But since, if Onyenu could have given you an assignment, he did diligently, then you won't have issue. But the way you are now, nobody announced your name to be a commander of ESN. Before. And ESN is a vigilante because you people are the ones doing all this evil. Cadets, the people that are going to arrest people in Biafra land, where are all these people that you guys created? All these parallel people you guys created? This gang of criminals you guys created, where are they? What are they doing? That was cadets you guys said, and the people that, so where are they? This is the problem, Mazi. So now he came out to defend himself, but he don't even know that particular audio, that broadcast that's only made for 20 minutes. That is a public confession. Because he admitted on what the guy said. That's fact, Mazi. I told you yesterday. I don't want to dabble into what they have done, but based on his words, on words of that guy. Remember our last program, I said that this is a state managed. Even this is a state managed because he have indulged in blackmailing people. And he accepted that this guy have had in contact with him by himself or by two other persons. That means there's something going on between them. It has nothing to do with IPOB and ESN. ESN is not indulging on killing people. ESN is a vigilante. They are in the bush. So anybody creating any parallel thing, that person must answer to it. That's what I have to say, Mazi. And they must understand it. It's not going to go away.
Mazi, in Nigeria, everything is possible in the zoo. Because the first time we said it, our last program, we said it's a state managed. Everything is possible in Nigeria because the media, the newspaper, the journalists, they are all liars, They are all liars. We know everything is possible. Yeah, but what we are saying is that there's an Igbo adage that when you point one finger to someone, the four is coming back to you. So because China Sanworu have went on air to blackmail some people, giving an excuse in order not to carry our leader's order. Today, it comes around to him. This is my point I want to make. It comes around to him. This is my point. I remember even that's why it's not good for people to jump into issues they don't understand well, or to defend somebody that, because it's my person, let me defend her. That guy in South Africa, he went on air saying a lot of things. At the end of the day, he deleted that post. He deleted it, but he didn't know that before he deleted, some people have downloaded it.
That's the point. They're a bunch of morons. They don't understand. They don't even understand. They don't understand what social media is. Before you utter that word, someone is somewhere knowing what you're saying. They can't delete it.
So he went on air and said at the end of the day, it's not yesterday or day, he went and deleted it. Can you imagine? That's why you have to be very careful for what you say on media. But whatever you say on media, somebody somewhere will keep it for you on the ladies' day.
But don't forget that clown, That he's their weak point. He's the one even actually giving information because they give him everything they know. They have given them to blackmail other people. That's why they come out and call coordinator. You mentioned my name. Coordinators are going to be removed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
So, and again, before we go into about, because that guy talk about a bag, let me just pass a message to that guy, to that Ogechukwu Isu in South Africa. Ogechukwu Isu, I know you are watching this program, and I know tomorrow you also watch this program. My brother, do yourself a favor and resign humbly, because things is coming to you. That just the same way I say about national coordinator in Germany. Do yourself a favor now. Just tender your resignation letter. Resign humble and take your respect inside. If you continue this way you're going, you will end up in shame. So Mazi, you see that guy I mentioned about it, let me just say Biafra and other people that want to watch this in later and the world, Ebibago is enemy of Igbos, is enemy of Biafrans. They have killed and continue doing. Mazi, don't forget about those young boys, our brother that went to wedding. Ebibago killed about, is it not 9 or 7 of them?
Yeah.
In cold blood, kill them. The record are there. Don't also forget about the one they killed and take their bodies away. We have the videos and everything. And even when the commander of Ebibago saying kill them, put them in the van in the truck, the record are there. So Ebibago have been killing our people, and the Opus of the man is the man behind Ebibago and other Igbo governors. So Ebibago is enemy of Igbos, enemy of Biafrans. You have to make it clear. The whole world should understand that Ebibago is a militia killing our people. So, Maz, do you have to say anything about it? So let's wind up.
Mazi, Ebibago is not even Opus of the man. Ebibago is the legitimized Fulani herdsman.
Yeah.
The legitimized one. It was Mietiala are the people that are responsible for Ebibago, which endorsed by Dave Umeh. Dave Umeh was the first person that allowed them before other puppets now come in. So we know. But that's why we build our own vigilante. That was the argument. But it was when Onyendu was rendition. But all this whole thing got out of proportion because of disobedience of our leader. Because we could have checkmate these people. If people could have been in line and do what Onyendu have instructed to do. Because for me, everything that happened, we need to go back to where the problem started. The root is what I'm concerned about. We know who they are. Ebibago is a fashion, or this is a Mietiala. This is a legitimized yes man machine. That's nothing to do with our people. Even when they were recruiting in Ebonyi State, you could see them there. It was different people. It's not our people. So it's fact, and now they have got that thing they want. Having now they have legitimized it, so they use under it now they're committing mass murder. And the people that were supposed to be now helping are not helping. Now they become even more vicious than those people that were actually supposed to be targeting our enemies. But that's the main problem. We know who Ebibago is, and they know who they are as well. Because one thing China Sanwo-Olu must know is that that's what they call boomerang and karma. I don't know who you are, and I care less to know. But whatever you sow on this very planet Earth, as long as Biafra restoration is concerned, that we must pursue it being white and whiter than snow. That is why when I mention Chimofo, sometimes people don't understand reason why. When our people were facing the zoo with bare hand, they're killing our boys, and they still pick up and still, soldier on without having even. Then I remember the day Imam Mazi, let Imam Mazi, may sorrows in peace, came on air, said, our people to take away their guns and fight them. That time the devil have entered him then because they want something to target people with terrorists. They see they just manage them. All of us that day I was mad. If we only one day it in violent way, we could have gone to different channel. But now we want to sell ourselves to the world. Or they don't understand, see our plight. That's the level we are going. We are not being animalistic or trying to be barbaric. You know, we want to show the world that we are civilized people, even though we are dealing with animals. But all we did is to protect our farmland and our forest. That is the job of ESN. Anybody somewhere creating para ESN, giving them names. Because since they started having access to our money, remember, as I said this, they want to justify the money they are being withheld and what they're doing with it. Remember, Chinas and Wolu have created different section within ESN. And he asked him, what is ESN? ESN is a simple, and I will go back to Kantakano. Anytime Kantakano tweet, he remind them, ESN is a vigilante. If you commit crime, we will hold you accountable for it. We will hold you accountable for it. ESN has got nothing to do with banditry. What they're there to do is to protect our forest, and they don't tell the zoo when you send them to a particular location. When the Enugu State issue started, I said it the day I was seeing it on social media. All these media worms, when they buy the 1,000 naira, 4,000 naira credits, some of them, they want to see that they use it. Oh, God bless ESN. Oh, they're going to Enugu State. And I said, why all this? Why do you have to give the location of our people all the time you send them? If you really sending them to go do something meaningful. We must stop this shenanigan because it's getting too much, Mazi. We don't want to dabble into the security on the floor, on the ground, but as this one is out, people must understand that issue, like you said, his name has now been mentioned, and the whole Zoom media, even though it's state managed, but what he saw is what he reap. Because this is what he's been doing, people. IPOB already is nowhere it comes to blackmail people. If regardless what they do, all these people will be mentioned their name on air, even the ones they say they are criminal in Biafra land. How do you know all these things? If you disagree with people, then you have to label them criminals. Ikonsho brother as well. Why all this nonsense? Is this how you're going to rule people and get Biafra? No. If somebody said, just one, if somebody I disagree with you, they remove me as a coordinator. Is it how we're going to govern ourselves? That's the cabal we're talking about. I've said it before. If we that is here been treated the way we treated, that are supporting, visible, and our resources, how do you think that those that depend on them, how do they treat them? Mazi, we'll stop here. But like I said, what you reap is what you sow. Welcome to our world, Chinas and Wolu. It's your turn now. Deal with it.
Yeah, Mazi, before we stop, I want to say something. And I want to make, those two things that our leader said. One was obey, and we saw the results. Second was not obey, and we also saw the results. Okay, now, I told people I'm not a broadcaster. I was just forced to come out, just because what is going on. People like us cannot sit back and watch these men destroy what our leader have built for years. I have to contribute my little quarter. Mazi, Bruce Fem, for me, then I was not a fan of Bruce Fem. I don't like him just because of information I got from Chinas and Wolu and Kantakano and every other leader, every other person. But even at that, our leader passed the information that Bruce Fem should add it to our legal team. And thank God it was Mazi Kantakano that is in charge of it. And even Mazi Kantakano don't even buy the Bruce Fem idea. But at the end of the day, Kantakano obey our leader's instruction and added him. And Mazi, we saw the result, right?
Yep.
The result from UN. We saw the results. Okay, the other one was our leader also passed instruction that sit at home should be suspended. Sit at home should be suspended. Chinas and Wolu come on air to tell us that our leader message keep on coming. Every other person feel reluctant about our leader's message. Mazi Chikeduzem said that he did not obey or he did not carry our leader's order just because our leader did not give a reason why he should suspend us at home. Today, we are seeing the impact of that refusal to carry out our leader's order in Biafra land. Man, these two things I want. This is visible. It's online. People can. I'm not here to maybe to say to be saying out of sentiment or out of emotion, but these are facts that people can verify. These are facts. Today we saw what is happening in Biafra land. That single mistake, that single disobey of our leader's order. We don't know what is happening behind the scene. A lot of messages our leader have passed are disobeyed. Now we are now seeing the one of China Sanwo-Olu, how the table is turning around against him now. So, Maz, what do you have to say before we close?
Well, I go what can we do? Like I said, I just put it up there for them. You know what I mean? For the world to see. The truth still remains that Mazi Nnamdi, he's the alpha. He is our alpha. Whether you like it or not. That's why he's the spirit leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His word is golden. When he refutes his word, the consequence is imaginable. And that's what they have. You know, when he sow wind, he will reap wind. That's what happened. They're reaping the wind now, and they can't contend with it. They're running helter-skelter. But all I can say to them, Mazi, these people cannot be redeemed. Their hands has been soiled. And we can help them will be our witness that our hands are clean. Like I said, I wouldn't speak ill against even though you are my enemy, the last thing I would do is to speak ill against you. Because I want to sleep without, my woman said that I have sleeping disorder. You know how they always, because when I go to bed, I don't even waste time to sleep. I said, because I don't think nothing. I do all my work, whatever I have to do. I finish about it. As this holiday, I've shut down everything about work, laptop or phone. All of them is turned off. I'm in my house. So now we are here to talk about Biafra. It's about Biafra. Do one thing at a time. I don't have anybody that I'm owing any money. I haven't killed anybody. All I want is freedom of my people. I could have just not getting involved with this if I didn't believe in what our leader was preaching. Why do I need to waste my time? Right? But we have come to restore Biafra and we're not going anywhere. So all I'm saying to them, as far as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do make a proclamation, you don't have to question it. Because he is the man that have the mantle. He must pass that message without delay. That is why I will take you back with Chemofo. Chemofo does midnight emergency broadcast. If you have to do with this, national security mean that any word that comes from Onyenu must be delivered. It's a national security issue. When he borders on national security, he don't joke with it. Suspend it at home 18 hours before you actually came and announced your radio Biafra. You have seen the dividend today. Chikedozem, that is exactly the reason why I'm going to ask you to suspend it at home. Now, my question to you, how are you going to salvage your mess? Uchida Sanwo-Olu. We're just asking a question. So that's all I have to tell them. You know, and they continue, they help them to Itobo Onyendu. And that is why they will never have peace, all of them, from A to Z. Because the reason why they're doing it because they believe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come out alive. If not, tell me the reason why. Have Chikedozem before disobeyed Onyendu? Have China Sanwo before disobeyed Onyendu? The answer will be no. Then why now? That's all you need to know. Mazi, so I will stop here. Because
no, Mazi is still the main one, you know, because you haven't said about the other person that accepted, and we see the results.
Okay, of course. That is obvious. Even though this China Sanwo carry a small attack on his fame, by any time you go to this, they're paying 50,000. That's not your. That's why I said the guy can't hold himself. They become obsessed because he have access to radio. So that he's giving up information about IPOB. Who wants to know all this? When Onyendu was here, he was saying that we are paying 100,000 for our consultants in America. Nobody questioned it. If Bruce Fair was paying for 50,000, what is your business there? And this guy that lives in Germany pick up on his friend that this same, because they are the one giving them information. They dabble into something they don't even have any information, formal information about. Not even you can explain it to letter to someone to understand what they're saying. So all this whole thing is the problem, because they were indirectly fighting everything that will get Onyen out from DSS dungeon. If not, why would you go against Onyen disorder? Ejimako came and Ejimako tweeted about his reform. He's a special counsel to Onyenda as well. He's an international lawyer, attorney. And since then, a bit of them, I think all of them, they switch back a little bit. But a lot of things are going on because what we are doing, it is not, it's just like, there was a story that I told about Wazulike. When he went to America first time to go and meet some team of, consultancies, probably they're going to be the one interfacing. According to the person that told me the story, he said, after they had that meeting, one of them there called them and said, tell this man to go back to the village and continue what he's doing there. Fact. Say, tell him to go back to the village and continue what he was doing. Because there's no light through him to what we're talking about here. I'll just give you an instance. So some of them don't even understand what we're talking about. Onyendu have made so many moves. And what we're talking about here, Biafra is like the last miracle, not like it's the last miracle. Because every living organ in this world is against what we are fighting to restore. Because they know the root of Biafra. If Biafra is restored today, everybody, the world is going to know that this particular race has arrived. And they don't want it to happen. But it will happen in our own lifetime. So Mazi, that's why Mazi Takano has been there and he's been doing what he's doing. We don't need to, he hasn't said it to anybody. And that's IPOB for you. When you have given an assignment, and that's one of the things I respect about Charles Rabbi. I will say it here. Upon all the time he was ranting his mouth, he has a project that asked him to be doing. And I still believe he does it. He does it. He's not talking anymore. All these people was pushed, just like as me and you came out today. They were forced out to come out. When they saw what they saw then, some of us didn't see what they saw. But they came out shouting. And then they shout them down, oh, these people are infiltrators. Anybody that talks is infiltrator. Ask yourself, why? He was one of the people who mentioned their name as his Ezumezu. So like he has not had a contact with our leader. The first time Charles Abba met Onyendu in UK here, because Charles Abba here, me and him I was CSO in Security United Kingdom. First time we were working together. He get in contact with our leader first. The first time he joined us, I remember his first taking. So I won't speak ill against him because I know he believed in Biafra. And he still doing what he been asked to do. And I remember he told me, he said, George, these men are the problem because all of them are not doing what they assigned them to do. Onyendu assigned them. Everybody have what they're supposed to be doing. If they were in their lane, mutual respect. If Charles Rabbi was doing SYZ, someone was doing SYZ, is the head of the set. All of them are coming, having meeting like a team, work like a team. We don't have this problem. But because they now came in, hijack everything, they want it because they have an agenda. Mazi, this is the truth. This whole problem we have, me and you can see it now. We give time. There's no excuses anymore. There's no way to, they can't lie to people. They cannot hide anything anymore. It's very transparent. Like I said, anybody that's telling you that this person is infiltrator, this one is autopilot, they created this atmosphere. This hostility is for them to accomplish their mission. Quote me anywhere. Every damn thing people have said is what Chikerezen is implementing. Not following any instruction. Going after our finance. This is what they have. Remember, people that are saying, stop paying monthly due, stop going to meeting. Today, Chikerezen is he encouraging people to go to meeting? Like this guy is saying when Madam Nyanya come on air. Is Abani, what do you say that encourage people when it comes to Radio Biafra? What do Chikerezen appear in Radio Biafra is to now to expel people that are actually working for IPOB. Now take their information and go to give to their own eras to be talking about against them, people that have spent their time and their own resources to work for IPOB. So Mazi, it's heartbreaking, but we cannot allow them. Because I know our people are sentimental. When you say our people are docile to the core. And that's what we're going to be playing for them when we are leaving this particular program, Mazi. Mazi, there, well, thank you, a good man. Unmute yourself, Mazi. I think we need to wrap up now. No more.
Yeah.
Wrap up, please.
Yeah, Maz. Yeah, please. I need a minute or 2 minutes from you to talk about this, please, before we go. There is this message from our brethren, Temi Nemi, you know, and I don't know if you got this message from him 6 hours ago.
Yeah, is it the one for the coordinator, something like that?
Yeah, for the national coordinator. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it.
Okay, or maybe maybe we can leave it tomorrow to talk about it, or
Yeah, let's talk about it tomorrow.
okay.
Let's talk about it tomorrow. Tell me there, because at the end of he is the African rep.
Yeah.
It's been override. Even the issue of South Africa, we're going to dive into tomorrow. So he has to come into that program. His name has to be mentioned because he's actually the main person that's supposed to be interfacing. If there's an issue in Africa, Temi is the first point of contact. And if you have to decide that he has to be there. If you have to talk about it on radio, he has to be there as well. If they follow the code of conduct of IPOB. If these men are not just gang of, whatever they think they are, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, my wonderful people of Biafra. On this junction, we'll have to shut it down. We have to go shut it down. Don't forget tomorrow, 9 p.m. Biafra time. The leadership of IPOB Cape Town will be live on air, and also the leadership of I think what's the other?
Pretoria.
Pretoria, this of Pretoria, yeah, also will be live, on air to put this the issue straight. There is no go area for Cabals in these two zones, in this Cape Town and Pretoria. No go area. No, it's no go area for them. No go area. So please, my wonderful people, join us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Biafra time, to welcome our brothers, our heroes. Those men are heroes. Those men are wonderful. They can't break them. So, Mazi, your take home points. Let's call it a day.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody that have watched us, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, and those that are going to watch. This is one of another wonderful section of critical analysis. The beginning was a little bit sketchy because we just doing test run. This program should be called as testing run on a new system we've got. We managed to stay true. So I thank every single one of us. This program is not prejudice; it's meant to educate our people. And those that are still believing that they're working for IPOB to humble themselves and follow Onyendu's template, our guidelines, our Bible. So I don't want to talk about South Africa till tomorrow. When the men will be on the floor, then we will talk about South Africa, because we know that our brother in Germany, they are doing their what they're supposed to do. Abraham, supposed to be doing what he's supposed to do. Everywhere, it's not one place. Italy now, everywhere. But all I'm urging you guys, my word to you tonight, as a hardcore, remember, our leader always says something whenever he wants to talk about. There's two things Onyendu want to talk about. You see him go in a very my tone. Family. When you talk about family, IPOB, or when you talk about our internal leader, when he mentioned these two names, he said the hardcores. Onyendu knows that the real hardcore, he can identify them, but you know that those people will follow him regardless the corner he found himself. So what you must not do is to say that okay, they have, because that's what they want. They want to steal all of us away. How do we now drive this particular, bus or train Onyendu have left? Now, if you have walked away, that means you have abandoned our leader. Like you all know, now our leader now is soliciting for money to take care of himself in DSS dungeon. So who is going to be paying that money? That is where our finance become an issue, because we only have one central command, which is one central finance outlet in IPOB that oversees everything we do. This man has been now diverting IPOB fund. That is the most dangerous part of it. But I know that some of you are confused. Our advice, you don't need to be confused when it comes to finance, because the only If that account is not concerned, Madam Nyanya, only thing you need to ask a question before you contribute £1 or £1 to anybody concern IPOB, your first question must be, where is this money going to? If your monthly due is not going to Germany, don't bother. If the ESN money is not going to America on LLC account, don't bother. You are pouring water on a stone, you wash away. That's all I have to tell you. But you as an IPOB oath member that turn your blind eye on our leader now, you are so the decoy. That oath will haunt you and your generation. That's all I have to tell you. It's not a beg, these are facts of life. What are you doing now? You must speak out. We must fight these evils that are before us. We can't leave them to have a field day. Forget about their gang up. They pretend they listen to what we are saying. They listen. Under their bed, under their wife wrapper, they are there listening because they know the truth must be spoken. So what I'm saying to you tonight, as a hardcore IPOB member, you must find the nearest IPOB outlets that people that you know that the money is going to Madam Nyanya, what I want to do, and our ESN fund is going direct to America. If you are paying to a different account, national account is not where our money goes to. If national account, they ask that national account, where are they paying their money? Just like in UK, they know that the money does not go to Germany. They don't pay it to America. So have you asked, where is the money going to? And people are playing ping pong with themselves. Is it how you going to restore Biafra? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, my wonderful people of Biafra, IPOB, one big family. You have had it all. In this program, we don't saga or we don't say things that sweet you. You know, we say the bitter truth. We say the bitter truth, you know, on this program. We say the bitter truth. You know, you may not like the way we say it, but we are saying the facts. Just go back and cross-check all we said, all we are fighting for. We are be on the track. We don't lie, we don't gossip, we don't do dagger, we don't do saga. If we call your name here, we want to put the issue straight so people will know who we are talking about. So I thank you people, I thank you people, and I wish you people a wonderful day. And before I go, I like to play a music. So we thank you people, and I think I don't have much time now. I'm sorry I can't play music now. Then I have to go.
Mazi, just play Onyendu's voice. Don't worry, I'll play it.
Yeah. So
our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. we want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to.
Mazi, I will upload some of our videos from StreamYard. Mama haga allow coming upload. They got all my question be maybe before. Stream more here. Huh?